This is an exclusive information that CNN News 18 has access for you. This is to do with the Canadian government backing extremism, backing terrorists. What we're now learning from our sources within intelligence agencies is that Canadian government has decided to ban Pakistan-supported terrorists. There's one particular person. There are several people, in fact, that were put on a no-fly list by the Canadian government. There's a court order that has upheld that decision to put them on a no-fly zone as well. Anand, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more details. Anand, what more can you tell us about this and put this in perspective for our viewers of why exactly this is significant?
Well, these three, Parry Dullai, Bhagat Singh, Brar and Satinderpal, have been put on a no-fly list by the Canadian government, and this is the Federal Court of Canada that has held it based on confidential information provided by the Safety Minister of the country itself. And they have said that their inclusion to the list is justified, and their court challenge has been dismissed. They challenged this entire inclusion into a no-fly list because, with the government itself saying that they have reasonable grounds to believe that they can commit a terrorist act. Now, these people, especially Parry Dullai, is close associate of Jagmeet Singh. And this comes just days after we had the Canadian House of Commons stand up and commemorate a terrorist, a wanted and a listed man in Nijjar in the Canadian House of Commons. And this decision and this development comes just days, ahead of the anniversary of the Kanishk bombing in 1985. So, on 23rd June 1985. So, the reaffirmation of what India's claims have been that this K gang or this Khalistan secessionist terrorists, they continue to exist and they operate on Canadian soil. Now, this is what it proves to out there, and it's the Federal Court of Canada that's ratifying this. Parry Dullai has been he not only runs a channel in Surrey, but he's also close to that Dashmesh Gurdwara, from which has now become the fountainhead of all these activities, and that's where most of the disruptions, these Khalistani disruptions, are happening in that Sari region. He also owns this global TV in Chandigarh, which he's been running, and a lot of the messaging that's been happening on some of the platforms have been questionable. But more importantly, they are all close to Jagmeet Singh, who is part of the ruling coalition, and how deeply they are entrenched into the ruling polity and administrative aspects of Canada is something which Canada itself has to now take into cognizance, given their own courts and their own government has turned around and made an objection against these three people.
Courts may have taken that decision, but politically, will we see something like that happen as well? That's something that we'll keep an eye out on. But Anand, for the moment, thank you so much for getting us the latest.